Hello, in today's video, I'm sharing some drugstore makeup that is as good as or better than high-end makeup. I've done these videos before and I always have such a good time sharing these products with you. There are some new products I have not talked about before in this video. Some I've shared before, but I feel like they're getting overshadowed by some other products and they need another mention. I am partnering yet again with Walmart for this video, and I love partnering with them because I shop there for drugstore makeup myself, and I have free reign to select from so many brands for these videos. Walmart is a great beauty destination. They have tons of brands to choose from, not just drugstore price either. They have all different price points now. I love that I can buy online, pick up in store, or get free 2 to 3 day shipping depending on how much I spend. Having said that, I am still in a temporary filming space because of Hurricane Ida. I'll link the video down below where I share my situation with that. I think I've done pretty well. I'll be moving again a few videos from now. That's okay. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's go ahead and get into these drugstore products that I'm really excited to share with you. Really quickly, I want to share with you a skincare line that I've been testing out and liking so far. It's exclusive to Walmart, nicely priced. I have pretty sensitive skin with rosacea, and I've been liking the products that I've been testing out. I will link the ones that I've tried so far. The name is Skin Proud, and something that's unique is that it's color coded. So you have really light labels for dusk, the mid-toned labels for any time of day, and then you have deeper labels for nighttime. I didn't evacuate with those particular products, but again, it's exclusive to Walmart. The pricing is really good, and I know a lot of you are looking for some affordable, good skincare items, and so far these are pretty promising. I'll have these and everything else linked down below that I'm talking about today and wearing. What I have on my face today is this Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. I am really surprised at how much I've been loving this. I've been testing it out pretty extensively for an upcoming foundation roundup. It will be in that video as well with a very thorough synopsis. So spoiler alert, I do love this. I've been reaching for it, not just for that video, but just for everyday wear. This is a skin tint that works on camera. I mean, I think it does. Maybe it's deceiving me, but it looks good in real life too. It's got hyaluronic acid and squalane, and it's oil free. I love that when I apply it with my fingers, kind of like a lotion, I get a very sheer skin tint. It just evens everything out. But if I apply it with a dry sponge, I can get light coverage, which I still like to get from a skin tint, and I can build it where I need to build it, and it just still evens everything out, and it does look like my skin. I get oily in my T-zone during the day, and sometimes things that are hydrating can make me look greasy. This doesn't at all, and it feels very lightweight. It never accentuates any of my little dry flakies in those areas either. My sensitive skin works really well with this. It lasts nicely throughout the day. It looks good. It feels good. It's a beautiful, inexpensive product from Wet n Wild that I'm so glad so many of you wanted me to try. This could easily be high-end. You could put this in a high-end bottle and not tell the difference, and it's from Wet n Wild. And that's what this video is all about. Drugstore makeup that is as good as or better than high-end. I've tried some high-end products lately that are sorely disappointing, and this one is fantastic. On my lips today, I have the Petal Pout lip color from Flower Beauty in the shade Spiced Petal. I know a lot of people talk about this being a lookalike for another very high-end product from a very high-end brand. I would agree with that, but I wanted to focus on the Petal Pout lipsticks in general. I have a few shades. I didn't evacuate with all of them. I only evacuated with Spiced Petal. Otherwise, I would show you all the ones that I have, but they wear beautifully. They last a long time for a bullet lipstick. They're creamy, they're moisturizing, they just give you everything that you want in a bullet lipstick, but they're drugstore priced. You could easily think, based on the packaging as well as how they wear and how they look, that these were high-end and not drugstore. I don't think I've ever talked about these in a video before, and I don't know why. They deserve to be in this one in particular. Maybelline Full and Soft Waterproof Mascara is a mascara that I rotate in my daily life consistently. Now, I went for a period of time where I kind of forgot about it. I was rotating other things. I rediscovered it several months ago, and I have repurchased it, even over some high-end options, because it is so consistent for me. I have wimpy lashes that are stick straight, and I'll wear this by itself, and it gives fullness, it gives length. With a couple of coats, I can wear it as a a light layer to hold the curl underneath a, really thick volumizing non-waterproof mascara. It holds the curl beautifully. It never flakes. It never smudges. It's just such a consistent performer. It's such a good price. I cannot see myself ever being without this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll still play the field with some other drugstore and some other high-end mascaras. I have some that I do love, but this is just one that will always stay in my rotation. And you know how sometimes you'll get a tube of mascara and the formula will be a little bit different from tube to tube? I feel like this one's pretty consistent. Every tube that I get is good. I would pay a lot more money for Maybelline Full and Soft because it's just such a good performer. Let's go back to the face, back to the complexion, and talk about the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. I have two shades. I have light and I have medium. I have two shades for a reason. I've talked about this on my channel a couple of times, and the reason why I'm mentioning it in this particular video is because Maybelline just launched their new product, which I think is good. I haven't officially talked about that here on my channel yet, but I think because the Maybelline one is the new kid on the block, this Lumi Glotion is being overshadowed. This is a really great product. I included this in a dupes video a while back. I know a lot of people are saying kind of the same thing about the Maybelline product. I feel like this is a lot closer. So I wanted to include this today because I feel like if you're looking for something to give you that glow from underneath your foundation, if you want to do like I do for my dry textured under eyes and apply it kind of with your under eye concealer onto the cheekbone before you set with powder to give a more flattering look to the under eye area, or if you want to use it as a highlighter, there are other shades as well. I like to have two shades because I like to use the light shade kind of under the eye where I like to brighten, and when I'm using it as a highlighter. If I'm using it under my foundation or mixed in with foundation, I like to go more with my skin tone, which is more light medium. That might be a little extra. You can just have one shade if you want. But I do think L'Oreal Lumi Glotion is as good as a high-end product, and it certainly saves you from spending the money if you're not ready or if you just don't ever want to. I believe I have duped this product in the past as well. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. A tiny bit of this goes a long way. I rub it between both of my fingers and apply to each eyelid. This works great at keeping my eyeshadows from creasing during the day, keeping them vibrant. And just a side note, I will apply stick shadows over this too, and it works really nicely. I reach for both high-end and affordable drugstore eyeshadow primers, and this is one that sits on my makeup table. I find it very equivalent to or better than a lot of the high-end eyeshadow primers that I've used. The texture's nice. It works really, really well. I know a lot of people like it. This is probably not a surprise to a lot of you, but if you pass by it, if you're wondering if it's good, it is. It is as good as so many high-end brands and better. I find that the older I get, the pickier I am with eyeliners. I need an eyeliner that's going to glide on and not skip, not drag, that's going to be budge proof, not smudge or smear during the day, while also giving me time to work with it, because I like to smudge my eyeliner out with a brush. I find that because the crease of my eye goes below where my eyeliner goes now, it's just more flattering for me to smudge out my eyeliner than to deal with a precise line. The L'Oreal Infallible 16-hour eyeliner, I think that's the official name, Never Fail Eyeliner 16-hour eyeliners are so comparable to some high-end eyeliners that I've used before. I reach for this on a regular basis. I just find that these do give me time to work with them. Now, I will say one eye at a time. I don't line over here, then go smudge out. I line and then smudge out one eye and then move to the other. This is what I have on my eyes today, and it works beautifully and it stays on all day long. I do love that it's twist up. There's a built-in sharpener. There's also a built-in smudger, but I don't really use it. I find that the silicone, it doesn't work quite as well as a brush. That's just my personal preference. I have the shade Black Brown here. It's perfect if you don't want something as harsh as black, but you want something a little bit deeper than a regular kind of chocolate brown. This is as good as so many high-end eyeliners that I've used. It's a drugstore affordable price. It's easily accessible, and I've reached for it all the time. I'm revisiting a blush that I've talked about before in, I think, a different kind of video, but it's been a while. I wanted to re-mention it because I've talked about many different blushes since then, and blush is one of my favorite things in the entire world. So today I have on the Rimmel Maxi Blush in the shade Third Base. Why have I not picked up other shades of this? Because this is such a great formula. There's a little bit of a sheen in here, but it's not a shimmer. It just gives you that soft lit from within radiance that I feel is so flattering, especially as we get a little bit older. But I mean, look at that. Look how pretty that is. I do not have on a highlighter today. That is just this blush. It's easy to work with. It builds if you want to build it, but it doesn't lay down so much pigment at first that you have clown cheeks and then have to buff it out. And it wears well all day, and you cannot ask for much more than that. There's a reason why I keep reaching for this in my daily life and why it keeps showing up in videos. I try new things and I mention those things, but sometimes I just like to remember the staples that I go back to. And that's why there's a mix of that in this video. And this is just one of those that needed another mention. I'm looking at myself in the monitor and I'm just thinking it looks flattering. I'm hoping it's coming across that way to you as well. I have a ton of great products and a few products that didn't work for me in my August favorites and fails. I'll have that linked here for you and down below along with everything I talked about in this video. I would love to hear about some drugstore products, affordable products that you think are as great as high-end products. I love trying out the products that you suggest to me. I will definitely be reading the comments and can't wait to see those. I'd love it if you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!